Welcome to ChessWhiz TV episode 448. I'm your host, The Wiz. Today we're going to play another unique chess variant. This one restricts the movement of the king. Instead of not being able to move at all, which was a pretty cool variant, this one gives it a little bit of range of movement. You can move your king like from D1 to E1 and up one square. So just in that box of 4 squares is all the king can do. Other than that, he's kind of scared to leave his home. So let's try this variant. It gives the attacker a great chance to attack because the king can't really avoid checkmate the way you normally could. And the other thing about this variant is that it makes it pretty hard to develop your pieces because, you know, when you castle your king to the corner of the board, half of the benefit is actually getting the king out of there so it doesn't get checkmated, but the other half of the benefit, approximately, is the fact that the rooks can now get into the game. So with this variant, the king's stuck in the middle, the rooks are separated. That's actually going to be pretty significant, I think. Both pretty and significant, which describes myself. So let's see who's going to click this link, because otherwise we're going to begin to doubt the significant part of that statement. No one is going to click the link. Okay, so let's see. Let's click this button right here. There's a list of players watching right now, and it includes a guy named Freest. So Freest, please click this link because we're going to play this chess variant. It's called, I've already forgotten. It's called Palace King Chess, and if you don't click the link, we're not going to play. We're just going to sit here. Recently, I've become extremely unpopular, and no one's clicking the link. I think this is kind of a test to see what happens if we go the entire show without playing any chess, which that wouldn't bother me at all because I don't really care about chess. I'm just here to say weird things. But someone watching might be like, shouldn't you just call that like not chess TV or like whiz not TV? Something else, because there's no chess in it. Oh, never mind. That's the weakness of the plan. No one clicks the link, is that some rando can come in here and think that it's a good idea to click it. Ruins it for everyone. So let's open up my game, notepad.exe. Your king may not leave the squares E1, D1, E2, or D2. I guess that's not really notepad. That's the chat box right there. I guess also, since I'm okay, let's double check that with him. Actually, what I'm going to do, because I see he doesn't have a lot of numbers next to his rating, well, it's 4 numbers, same quantity that I have, but the downside to his numbers is that they're very small. 1, 2, and 0 are some of the smallest digits that exist. So I'm actually not going to make sure that he follows those rules, because I can just beat him because of his numbers. They're so low. So I'm going to follow the rules. I'm not going to move my king out of these 4 squares, but you know, if he does, that's okay. I'll just win anyway. So let's see what we can do. After all, I'm not down any pieces, technically speaking, which some variants are more restricted than others. I don't feel the need to say any more words. He will still follow the rules. I'm shocked and dismayed. Okay, so what's interesting about this position? Well, what's interesting about this is it's kind of symmetrical, actually, but he's trapped his bishop in here, which is inferior to coming out here. So that's pretty good. What if I also, well, without being able to move my king, I'm a little concerned about this. Well, now I can capture here. Oh, well, you know what I'm liking? I'm liking this. I am mossy log this. Is that liking if it's growing on a log? Is to play like this and put the knight on this square. This is now a super cool looking square. Never mind. Okay, well, it's still a nice square for my area of focus to focus, because no pawns can ever attack here of his. Like, he can't get this pawn over here. None of these pawns can ever get in to this square. So nothing can move there, which means that's cool. That's how you can tell if something's cool or not. Can an enemy pawn move into it? Because no enemy pawns can attack this square ever. Okay, they can move in, but they can't attack. This is kind of like a hole in his position. I could put, say, this horse there. That's what they call it where I'm from. Like this. And then he will just resign. I mean, how could he not resign? Okay, so the next thing I need to do, of course, is capture his knight. Because if he trades his knight for my knight, it can't be awesome as planned. So he's gonna come in here, and I'm just gonna be annoyed by that. Let's get the Oh, hold on, I gotta think. Think first and then move. It's a strange order of things, but sometimes I do it that way. Let's get the knight in motion right now. Here's the plan. He's going to come in here. I'm going to move my queen here. He's going to move his rook over, but since he can't defend his rook with his rook because of this awful king rule, he's quite at a disadvantage. Then I'm going to boop, chase his knight out, and I'll have quite an advantage. Let's give him a little time so he can sweat about this for a little bit. The fact that his king is going to follow the rules of king here and stay in these 4 squares, as you can see in the chat box for those of you just joining, this means his rooks are not defending each other, which is quite a disadvantage. He can't move the bishop around. No, actually, this would be checkmate right here, so he's got some problems. Assuming the bishop goes this way, which is kind of a strange assumption, but you know, I can hop my knight over here now and show him what this is all about. It's all about checkmate, but look at this awesome position. And it comes out of the fact that there's this hole right here. So, you know, kind of an even game, right? We both have bishops, we both have knights, queens, rooks, blah, 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 blah. But there's 2 advantages I have. One, of course, is this hole that I can't stop talking about. But the other is the fact that my king is off the back rank. That's an important development step if you can't castle, which doesn't happen that often. But the thing is, the phrase that you want to know here, am I having a problem? No, because this is check. So this is pretty awesome right here. I don't even care what's going on with my bishop. I'll just go in. The thing you need to do is connect your rooks. That's the phrase you need to know. Oh, now I've got 2 items under attack here. Let's see. This one's pinned to my queen. I guess I should have thought I had 1 move, but this looks pretty good because I can pick up his rook if he takes the knight. So yeah, he's dead. Oh, got problems over here though. Well, what if I... Yeah, because of the king restriction, he's got some trouble. Oh, let's offer him a take back. Want a take back? Just, you know, you don't have to follow these rules here, but just in case you want to, since you said okay, and then you said, I will still follow the rules, that makes me wonder if you want to, which would mean you are... Yes, sorry. Okay, he says he wants a take back. Okay, that's good, because I didn't want to have to think about not winning instantly. I wanted to think about. Okay, so how serious is it that the king can't leave this box? Kind of serious. Like this pawn, I can't really guard it. You might think I can guard it with my king, but no, that would be leaving the king box. So we're going to just defend it with a rook, which is pretty restrictive, but I think I'll be okay. Ooh, this is getting kind of scary, isn't it? Well, if I pull the knight back, I'll cover the square. Or if I play over here, whoa, then he'll have to move here. And then I'll play the knight back. He's going to take this maybe. Not being able to defend f2 with the king, that's quite restrictive. Quite restrictive. Okay, let's offer some trades. Having an extra knight should be enough to win this game, even if we trade. Mike Deca. Good username. Good username, Mike. Let's try this strat on him. He can't defend this pawn either. Oh, he's defending that way. Let's see. Was there a checkmate? I wonder if there's a checkmate with this knight, because I can, you know, check him, and he's almost checkmated. Now that f-pawn again. Ah. Like, there's a perpetual check here. Take, check, 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 back and forth. I would be obnoxified by that. Very annoyed. So let's defend this. I know it looks stupid, but that's only because it is stupid. So calm down. I could actually take this pawn here. I've got 2 attackers. He only has the 1 defender because his king is in a box. It's a risky move because he might change his mind on playing by the rules. But let's see if it happens. See what happens here. I didn't want to play this last move because he'd have the fork and pick it up. Okay, he's playing by the rules, guys, and now I can just about checkmate him. Is that not quite checkmate? Oh, if I move the knight, he can come down here and perpetual check me. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. This restrictive king thing actually makes draws more likely, which is super weird to me. I thought it would make attacks and checkmates likely, but if he gets his rook in this area and just check, 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 he could check me forever. But this is looking like a win now. I've picked up his rook. I'm glad he traded there, simplified things a bit. Just take, and there's one reason to push here, and that's if I'm running low on time. Have you ever played these super fast-paced games where suddenly you don't notice that he took you? I'm sure that's happened to you before. So this move actually makes things so much easier because now he can't make any threats. He can't attack a pawn and, you know, queen his pawn and all that stuff. He can't do all that stuff to you. So it's actually quite valuable. Oh, this could be problematic. Maybe this is super drawish still, because he could come here and then check me like this forever. Wow, this is annoying. Let's see what we can do. Advance the pawn. Let's just see how bad it gets, because I can also rook d1 if he plays rook d3. Let's drink from this red vase here. Delicious. This really makes me wonder if a draw is more or less likely in this variant, because there's definitely some perpetual check threats here, and it's also a little bit difficult to win. But as you can see, I am manufacturing a checkmate. Oh man, this is annoying. This is so annoying. I can't quite win. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, oh. He should have taken my rook, actually. Because I couldn't take with knight or he'd promote, and I couldn't take with king. It's illegal. Oh man, I just about lost the game. So this is very bad now. I've tangled myself up. Let's try this, and we'll take that evil pawn. I've lost my knight. Small price to pay for an evil pawn. And now look at this. He's going to threaten to skewer me. This is so annoying. I can't even imagine how annoying this is. I have to look at it to see it because it's unimaginable. I'm glad he didn't play over here, though, because he could have skewered me next, and I couldn't defend that pawn. Man. But fortunately, he hasn't done that. But I'm still very annoyed. Since my king is trapped back here. His king is exactly where he wants it to be, which is stupid. And now he can perpetual check me. I have to... Now he can check me forever. Man, this is so annoying. What is this, a rated game? Of course this is rated blitz. No. So I'm going to offer him a draw because he can actually check me forever now. And probably he wants that, considering 2 pawns to 1. But oh no, no! I take that back. Whoops! I just offered another one. Oh, you have to click twice to offer a draw. Never mind. I can't win. He can't take this pawn. That's interesting. Assuming he plays by the rules. I can't win though, because he can check me forever. And if I protect the check, he just takes this pawn. So, but fortunately, he's not seeing that perpetual check, and he's watching the show, but hopefully he has his sound off or something, because he's not doing this to me. But I'm afraid these 2 pawns are not enough to win. Wow, Mike Deca, you played me to a draw. What a frustrating... Okay, here's his message to me. Should it just be no perpetual? No. It should be no. Should it just be no perpetual? No, it shouldn't just be no perpetual, because this is how you draw. By perpetual checking. Good game, Mike Deca. I'm super annoyed that you drew with me when I was really winning. And I'm shocked. I'm shocked that that was a draw, because it seemed like with king not being able to escape that area, there's going to be some kind of deadly checkmate that occurred. But actually, the opposite occurred. So it's very interesting. So I want to hear from you guys. Before you watch further, pause the video, write in the comments below the video if you think this variant is more drawish or more winish, if you know what I mean, more likely to get an early checkmate or a checkmate instead of a draw. Let me know before you watch, because we're going to discover that during the show here. And if you watch the whole show first, the answer is going to be revealed, because of course I show you things in this chess show. Whoa. So that's not going to be a mystery for you later. And if you're watching live, let me know in the chat. I'm watching the chat right now, and it says right now in the chat, the message is time to play the hedgehog. Okay? Don't do that. Let's be aggressive here. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that the king can't escape. We're going to open up the center and checkmate him. This is really fantastic. Here we go. Actually, this isn't really how you checkmate someone, is it? Getting interesting, maybe? He can do some kind of discovery. Fortunately, it's just a knight. Oh, that was a bit of a blunder, I think. No name in the chat sending. What is the message? Good question, no name. I think I'll take that knight for free. I'm going to worry about checking him later. Because this move, oh, it's so winning. This is going to be deadly to him. I'm glad he's making some horrible moves here because last game he made such good moves, I was frustrated. I much enjoy just beating bad players than actually having a difficult chess game. So that was better. It's better right now. Queen e5 check. He has to block that. Take, 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 take. Can't quite win that way. But the fact that he can't move his king out of this box. Oh, let's mention that part. That means he's going to have a serious problem dealing with this check. Sorry, I'm kind of bad. Actually, I appreciate that. Make him feel better about that, you know. Not everyone wants you to be a good chess player. All of your opponents actually are very thankful about your badness. So cheer up, man. It doesn't matter, really, in the long run if you are any good at chess. Oh, I should have taken that bishop for free. See, guys? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I mean, imagine if I were Super GM, right? And I'm on this show talking about bananas, because that's usually what we talk about. And then all these people watching because they think I'm good at chess. And then what happens? I get old and I die. And it turns out it didn't really matter if I was a Super GM or not. So checkmate. Is that checkmate? Yeah. GG, smiley face. So let's just have fun, not worry about not being a Super GM. That's my philosophy right now, which is probably why I'm not a Super GM or even a regular kind of GM. Wow, he says, that was fun. Thanks for joining. I put the space in the wrong place, but I'm in too much of a hurry to care because now I'm going to play against this Senki guy, which is Japanese. It means Senki. So let's see what happens in this game. Is he going to agree to the rules? Oh, he's higher rated than I am. What that means is my rating's way too low because I'm way, way stronger than 1800. I'm like 1801, okay? So I'm not worried about this opponent. But I would be worried if he doesn't play by the rules. Since this is just a random challenger who sent me a challenge, there's a risk that he just showed up. He's got a sound off. He's like, who's that weird guy? I don't know. Let's beat him. And he sent me a challenge, and then he's going to... he seems to be aware... He seems to be somewhat aware of the restrictions considering that move. More aware than I am, in fact, because that was a kind of a mistake on my part. But look, I can do the same to him. Look at that. So maybe I will. What is he even going to do? He's just going to resign because of F2, I'm sure. Oh, he's cheating. Let's offer him a take back. I mean, are you really going to take my f7 pawn, taking advantage of the fact that I'm playing by the rules, and then go cheat on the very next move? That makes me slightly uncomfortable, similar to some other things I'm not going to mention on this G-rated show. Your king may not leave the square E1, D1, E2, or D2. I assume that's why you played bishop takes f7. I mean, why aren't you saving your bishop? Why aren't you? I mean, like, are you thinking, oh, well, I'll just leave my bishop out here? There's definitely no way he's going to move his king one square. I've heard they don't do that. I mean, I don't know. D4, interesting move. Yeah, he's being aggressive here. Clearly, his plan is to take advantage of the fact that my king is stuck in this area. In this aria. My king is stuck in this aria. Do you know what an aria is? It's like a music, a song. That's what my king is stuck in. It's like, ah. It's not a very beautiful aria. This is checkmate, though. Oh, man. This guy is a new level of awesome. Look what just happened. I'll have to send him a winking, disturbed face. Because that was amazing. I have to resign. Look, these 4 squares do not escape me from check. I cannot capture that. That was amazing, Senki. Do it to me again. That's all I can say. And I can also play e4 so that you can. Wow. Okay. So we've discovered that super aggressive play. Instant win. Okay, so queen h5, right? Queen h5. He plays g6. Queen f3. He plays f5. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I might have trouble with g6, actually. Yeah, maybe queen h5 on move 2 or move 3 isn't the solution. Let's take some extra space here. I think space is going to be good when it comes to attacking like crazy. So let's go with the advanced French. Queen h5 is in the future, or as they say, in the cards, which doesn't mean anything because the cards don't have the future. Okay, so queen h5, g6. He could just defend with like some dumb move, but let's ignore that. Let's play... Normally, you play knight f3, but if I do that, I can't play queen h5. Fine, I'll play chess. This is obnoxious. I'm obnoxious already. Well, let's send this message if you guys are watching right now and wondering what's going on because you just joined. Read this message, and then you'll find out why I'm, leaving this site. I didn't mean to click that. I clicked something in here. What did I click? I clicked follow myself, I think. Oh, did you see that? If you mouse over your own username, that is a nice Easter egg right there. What about this move? If you mouse over your F5? Bam. If you mouse over your own username, stop moving. I'm trying to explain something. Let's cover the square, make it a hole. This little window comes up that allows you to follow the user, and it doesn't know it's you because it's busy doing what's called an AJAX call, which stands for asynchronous JavaScript, which is for the X. And after that's complete, it's like, oh, that's you, never mind, and it takes it away. See that little TV down there that disappears? So the challenge is to click the TV before it disappears, which I just did. Okay, so you guys can all try that if you have nothing better to do with your lives, which would explain, by the way, why you're not millionaires, because instead of spending your time doing genius things, you're trying to click a little television, which, by the way, is not a very marketable skill. So that probably explains that right there. Oh, I've received a new message from Twitter. Can you unsubscribe from that? I don't like those messages. I think I will. I think I'll unsubscribe right after this game, because right now I need to take advantage of the fact that his king is in these 4 squares. Okay, so knight up. Oh, this is going to be powerful. He has to play here probably. Let's just do it because I'm running out of time. And then bishop, drunken bishop moves kind of sideways and diagonal at the same time. Let's see. Now he's got this kind of strange discovery. We can't really do much. So let's just move around a bit. Okay. Definitely need space. Definitely need space. I mean, I was thinking bishop e2, queen d2, but then the king can't get off the back rank, so the king can't do anything. So let's get things moving here. Let's get some space going. Bishop back here. Queen e2, definitely. And then king d2, because that's the only place. Okay, this is great. I'm right across from his king. So now I can do some pretty cool stuff. Here we go. Yeah, let's put everything on this e file. Now, the coup d'etat, as they say. I don't know what that means. Let's put the queen here. Or, alternatively, let's put the knight here. Let's do one of those. Do that knight one. That one's cool. I could fork him if he takes me. Oh, it's so difficult to play chess. That's not really the point of this show. I'm not here to play chess. I'm here to make funny statements with my words. It's got nothing to do with chess, really. A long, long time ago, this show was about chess. It was pretty weird. And then I realized that nobody cares about the chess because I'm making horrible moves all the time. So I switched it up to Funny Things. Funny Things TV. Just didn't change the name. It's still ChessWhiz because the chess stands for the chess. If you're wondering what that part's for. And the whiz is actually not urination. Most people think that I'm just going to be like peeing while I play, but that's not the point of the show. It's actually speedy, like whizful, which means moving quickly. And that's because many years ago I was speedy. Now I'm just kind of a super slow bad player. But back then I was both chess and whiz. Yeah, the show has really moved away from its roots. If you know what I mean, I have 1 second, so I got to move this pawn here. Okay. He's making some good moves. I have to counteract that with some bad moves. Ooh. I'm going to check him right here. He's going to feel the pain of check. Yeah. I'm sure he doesn't want to feel the pain of check. Check! Ha ha! He's in check. Okay. Now that I've checked him, I'm going to move my queen out of danger here. I think I need to take advantage of the fact that I have a larger brain here. probably the next thing I should do. Ah. Ooh, yeah, I'm out of time. Oh, what bad luck. I was about to win and I ran out of time. See, I couldn't see my clock because it was behind my own head. So I just kind of ran out of time. That's really unlucky, by the way. But you know what I was about to do? Checkmate. So I guess that's too bad for you. You didn't see me checkmate him. I guess I'll play one more game with this guy. No. I already played him twice. Oh, I have to play him 3 times because I'm so polite. I can't decline now that I've accepted. So let's play this weird opening. What's it called? The silicon? This is silicon? I think it's called the silicon opening, right? The silicone. That's what it is. It's like if your windows are sticky, you put that on and they become Linux. That's what this opening is called. The silicone opening. Yes, like you guys are like, he's rated 1687. He's rated, and then at the end of the show, like he's rated 1412, and he doesn't know what it's called. He's rated 1200, and he doesn't know it's the Sicilian. Guys, does this guy even play chess? No, he doesn't, but he does defend his f7 pawn thanks to that one game. It was a very memorable game. I don't make that mistake again. That was a joke about my rating continually falling during the show. There was a recent episode where I won every game, and I found the secret to that, by the way, which is to play against bad opponents. But unfortunately, that's not always possible when you're just playing with anyone. I take a challenge, I put it out in the chat. Anyone can join, including people who aren't bad. So it's very, very risky business. I might lose a game. So let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, can't castle. Changes it up quite a bit. 60% different, I think. Hello to Kate2345. That's a very feminine looking name. Very suspicious. Probably that's the CIA because there are no females that I knew of that watched this show. There was one back in 1994. They were like, hey, I'm a female. Turns out it was a guy lying. But there was a guy saying he was a female who watched this show. But mostly, and by that I mean 109%, men are watching this show. 14-year-old men, if you know what I mean. But Kate is watching. That's very interesting. Thank you for joining. Kate? If that's a real name. Yeah? Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Kates love me. That's true. That's why I said that they do. What if I were to take this and then this? I think if I do that in quick succession, I could have no bishops. That's cool. Take and take. Yes. And plus, he would be in check if I do that. Double whammy. I'm actually thinking about this move, because then I would be attacking 2 things twice, which would be very threatening. Yes, let's do it. Kate says, I am really female. Haha, it's definitely the CIA, which stands for Central Intelligence Agency. Because guys don't have any central intelligence. They have like distributed intelligence, which means some other body parts do their thinking for them. Not really the brain. Not going to mention those body parts on this show, though. First of all, there's only one. And secondly, it's G-rated. Okay, so how am I going to attack this pawn? I'm not. I'm going to develop my pieces like a normal person. Just kidding. I'm going to move my queen again because I've only moved it once. Oh, I haven't moved my knight or my rooks yet. Time to move my queen again. Okay, that's finished. Very good. Everyone's telling them if they're a girl in the chat, and nobody is, except for Kate. Definitely a girl, for sure. Yes, because girls communicate with me on a regular basis. That's definitely true. I'm moving my queen across from an enemy queen. Okay, that might have been not my best move. Let's see if Senki Alphonse wants a take back. I was distracted by the fact that there was a possible girl in the chat. You gotta give me some slack here. Oh, let's not run him out of time. Sorry. I'm going to add you time as soon as you give me that take back again. Stop taking my queen, please. I say that a lot. Let's see if he goes for it this time. I'm proposing a take back. And then what that's going to do is take back the add time. So I have to add more time. And then I have to take back another move because of that stupid move was 2 moves ago. We're going to move this. Fantastic. Okay, so now let's take a look. I wasn't able... Oh, add time again. Okay. Plenty of time. Let's give him another 15 seconds just as a thank you. Like, thank you very much for not taking my queen for free. Here's 15 seconds to make up for it. Okay, that's taken care of. Now I'm fully exonerated. I think that's the word. No, it's not. It means I'm not a criminal. Well, I'm not a criminal, so I guess I'm fully exonerated. I was exonerated on the day I was born. Then I started committing criminal acts. I move my king across from this queen. I don't know why. Okay, there's a lot of threat here. A lot of threat, like 6 threats. 2 attackers, 1 defender. King can't help. Move the knight. Oh no, I'm pinned into this. Ah! Okay. Okay, definitely losing. What can we do that would like improve this kind of stuff? Okay, discovery, attack, defend. Loss of pawn. That's like a loss of blood, except pawns instead. Is that pretty smart? Hopefully he runs out of time. How come I gave him all this time and he's back at 0? That's weird. Yeah, good move. Okay, so now this move. Oh yeah. I have just moved everything I've got onto a single file so that you can pin it with convenience. See how this works. I survived. Did you see how dead I was? Now I'm only half dead? Fantastic play, ChessWhiz. Way to survive for longer before losing. Good work. This might be bad. Trade my rook for a knight. He takes me. Dirt. So... But that's also bad if I don't, because he has a pin. Yeah. And I can't go here because they rule. See, way up there. So I'll just lose the exchange. It's part of my plan. Don't worry. Now we're going to show how bishops can move diagonally. Did you just see that? Look how far bishops can move. Very far, by the way. Uh-oh. Okay. You have to defend. To kind of block this super checkmate check. This way. Then we're going to get over here as quickly as we can. Oh, that wasn't as quickly as we can. There was a quicker way. Okay, I'm staying alive. I could have gone here and then checked him. Okay, I'm going to show how this variant is always a draw, because I am ready to perpetually check you into the infinities, which actually is not going to work because he'll block that, but I'm only down a rook, so this is definitely a great chance to be able to demonstrate just how drawish these variants are. Extremely drawish, because look at this, check, never mind. I'm down a rook, right? Let's count the rooks. Okay, I've won. Oh, he has a lot of rooks. This is extreme number. So if I can draw this, that would definitely demonstrate with extreme demonstration that... Oh, thanks. Never mind. I guess I'll just take this rook for free. Oh. What, is this your secret plan to draw the game? Lose a rook so that it's more justifiable? I'm ahead of rook, guys. I should not draw because I'm ahead of... Wait. I'll just blunder this rook and then it'll be a draw. Perfect. Just think about it. He could move over here and then check me forever. He'll check me for always. As long as I'm living, my checker he'll be. Well, now I'm ahead of pawn, so I can't justify a draw. No. This looks a lot like the first game where I was annoyed. I don't think I can hope to not draw this game, though. I'll just offer a draw now. I think I have time for one more game if I take this draw. And I've got 3 challengers, so I have to pick a random number from 1 to 3, but not for prison pausing, because look at this, 1 plus 0, not happening. I can't do that anymore. I'm old. Furf and Game Genesis are the challengers. This is so difficult to decide, because look, Furf has this wing thing, which means something. And it's casual, which is a waste of time, so let's play with Game Genesis. I have to get my rating down to 1200 this episode, so let's see what we can do. E4, let's get the rules here. Furf, next time, challenge me to rated, because you know the only honorable thing to do is play Palace King rated chess, where your rating is dependent on your ability to not move your king out of these squares, right? Of course, right? Oh, you just fell in my trap, Game Genesis. Send him a smiley right now. I didn't discover this myself, of course, because I have a memory that extends to many, many minutes. So I was able to remember my opponent doing this to me in the past. And I've defended this. Look at that. He's already so sad. His frown is extremely frowny. Look at that. It almost looks like some other body part right there that we won't mention, because he's so sad. Okay, now that I'm ahead of pawn, I can't help but win this game. I could probably just blunder into a victory, I think. Pretty good. Knight up here. I can check the guy. Take that. Defend that pawn, maybe. Yikes. Looking okay. Looking good. great, actually, which means large, which is how I'm going to be looking if I don't exercise today. As you can see, I'm already gaining weight because there's this weird material on my skin. F3, I guess. It's kind of stupid looking, but so am I. So we'll just go with it. I was just kidding back when I said I was going to gain weight. I actually have gained weight in the past 10 years, several pounds. I'm now triple digits, so that's good. But I have this thing that makes me thin. I don't know what it's called. Thin maker. I don't know. I guess it's an advantage, except when people look at you. So what are we going to do about this? I want to move my knight, but then I'll lose this pawn. But I could check him. Ooh, that's what I'll do. I'll check him, right? Yeah. Okay, so where's he going to move his king? He doesn't want to get checked over here, so he'll move back. But then he's going to pin at the same time as I can do with my c3 pawn. Yeah. This is a cool variant. If you're watching all of the ChessWhiz TV episodes, right? And then 71 days later, taking bathroom breaks, you're like, which of those variants should I play first? Try this one. It's pretty good. It's not the best one, but it's the most recent one currently. So that's nice. Okay, so I'm moving my mouse in an effort to find a good move. And there's definitely a knight there. Yep, that's not my knight, though. Seems to be his knight. So, would d4 be smart? That's not quite d4, but you know what I mean? Yeah, let's get the rook in. Connect the rooks. I talked about that. I can't do it because of the king, right? But I can at least get each rook to a useful location, which would be its own file. It's so much better. And this is something you don't realize when you're playing chess because you always castle. But if you couldn't, which is actually you can't right here, so you realize that if the rooks cannot defend each other, it's very restrictive, it's very bad, it's also very uncomfortable. It's all three of those things. And what's the reason for that? I don't even know. They say make sure your rooks can defend each other. No one's going to trade a rook with your rook when you're in the opening, but it's still important. Something about moving sideways, I think. I want to play like one of these moves, but he's put a lot of on them. Let's go with d4. No, but I kind of want to go with f4. Yeah, let's go f4. Because, like, first of all, I'm across from his queen, so that's going to stir things up when it opens up. And then secondly, this rook would just be doing absolutely nothing if I were to play d4, right? It's just stuck behind this wall of pawns. Dumb. Whereas if I play whatever the other one was, this rook is at least in the center of the board, so maybe later it'll be useful. So it kind of maximizes the utility of my dumb pieces, which is almost all of them. So that's why I'm going on this side of the board. It's actually a great way to play chess. Great strat to use is to find your dumbest pieces, which is easy for me. I just look in the mirror, and then you try to improve them, which that part's not very easy, but you get the idea. Oh, look, a free rook. Okay, guess I'll take it. Game Genesis is about to end. Should be called Game Revelation. Do you get that one? It's a reference to a collection of books where the Genesis is the first book. Never mind. Oh, it looks like I can checkmate my opponent. Fantastic. Here's some time so that you can be in pain for longer. Oh, another free rook. Guess I'll take it. Oh, fantastic. Well, I don't know if this variant leads to draws or not, but we did have 2 draws, and here's some checkmates just to spice it up a little. Checkmate Jimmy X. Good game. Enjoyed the episode. No, he's challenging me. Oh, I have to play again? I could just stop right now and eat a whole bunch of ice cream. What should I do? Yeah, I'll play again. If I eat the ice cream, I might gain weight. That could be a problem. I mean, if I'm already triple digits, what's next? Quadruple digits? I need to watch my calories. That's what they're called, right? I heard this theory that, this is going to sound crazy to you. I heard this theory. Ooh. I heard this theory. There's this theory. F6. I've got to get to the theory, but first I need to make sure I don't lose this pawn. Okay, so, or this theory that it's about eating, that the number of calories you eat minus the number of calories you exercise and burn through, say, sitting there. Because you burn calories by existing, not dead. In a not dead state, I should add. Which I try to maintain a not dead state for most of the time. Equals the number of calories you gain. So if you have a 2,000 a day calorie diet and then you just notice that you only burned 1,991 calories, that leaves 9 calories added to your fat tissue. And so you'll get fatter over time. If you just do that for a couple of years, you will become infinitely fat, unboundedly fat, which is actually different. People mix the terms infinite and unbounded, and that really frustrates me. Infinite means actually there is it's hard to explain. But unbounded just means it can keep growing forever. So there's no limit to it, but it's not actually infinite, which is hard to explain since I can't. However, the unbounded part you can get. Anyway, that theory's so wrong. So wrong. So wrong because... Why is that theory wrong? It's hard to explain. I'm embarrassed to explain why that theory is wrong, but I'll just say it. Because you poop calories. It's definitely hard to say with a straight face. Have you considered the fact that you poop calories? I bet you never have. But so this is an important revelation for you. You poop calories. So all you have to do is eat the ice cream and then quick poop it out before you absorb them. And you could like eat some rocks too to distract your body. We'll be like, what should I try to digest here? The ice cream or the rocks? And it might like choose the rocks and then the ice cream gets passed. That is a pretty good strat for losing weight, I think. I haven't tried it, but it could be a good strat for that. Maybe. Or maybe just a good strat for a stomach ache. There are actually some animals that don't have teeth that eat rocks. They eat rocks in order to chew their food in their own stomachs. Did you know that? Huh? Well, it's true, because how are you going to chew your food without teeth? Seriously, have you ever considered that? I hope not. And so then you're like, well, what should I do? I guess the choices are don't chew my food or eat rocks. Guess I'll eat rocks. I mean, it's a very simple process. Once you realize you don't have teeth, it's easy to slide down the slope to eating rocks. What's happening in this chess game? I'm even laughing at my own words right now. I'm winning by a pawn. Okay, so this is another great test to see if this is a super drawish variant, because if this were chess, I would win. I would just like move around a bunch and checkmate him, but since I can't move my king out from this boxy area, I might have a hard time doing that, especially the fact that my extra pawn is sitting right here. That might be hard to take advantage of. Was that just my last move, that horrible move? Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have pushed this pawn so that I could activate my pawns. I guess it's going to be a draw. If I could move my king over here, then I could use my pawns, but can't do that. I want to get his pawns onto white-colored squares, which they're not really doing that, huh? Okay. So here's the plan. Oh, this is dumb. This is exceedingly dumb. Very dumb. I want to attack this pawn, right? Because he can't defend it with his king because of the rule. So he has to... Oh, let's put the rule in the chat. Hold on. Okay, there's the rule. So if the bishop attacks it, I'll win it. Perfect. But how do I get there? I can't get there. At all. I mean, I could go here, right? And then after the trade, that would be exceedingly dumb. So let's do back a little bit more. Okay. Blunder a pawn. Excuse me. It's all over. Maybe he'll win. Let's offer a draw to this guy. Would you like a draw game, Genesis? Because I'm actually not feeling great about my position. He's not taking the draw. Well, let's put all my pawns on white squares so that I can defend them with my bishop. That's a good strategy when you have a bishop, right? Uh-oh. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it is or not, but let's keep that knight at bay. Okay. The knight is at bay. I think it's a draw. The fact that your king cannot move out of here is quite limiting. I think you can't do anything. I mean, going into the corner, not useful. I could push here. And then, of course, he takes it. And then I'm like, haha, I got this pawn. Well, meanwhile, he makes a queen. So let's just move everything onto white squares. He can't take them now. Okay. Do. He could show off like this. He'd be like, ha, you can't take me. But that's pretty useless. So he's going to come around again. I don't know what he's planning. He's planning to take a draw. That's what I think. I can't offer more draws. Want a draw? That's what that says right there. Want a draw? It's always helpful to speak as you type, because what you type is illegible. See, how is he going to get his knight out? He can't. Perfect. Perfect. He's entrapped. He's entirely entrapped. The best kind of trapped, by the way, is entrapped. Run out of time, please. He takes the draw. Good game. That was fun. Glad he's not rematching me because I've got to go. This has been ChessWhiz TV. The ice cream is calling. Thanks for watching.